of if one of them really messes up, you know, that could easily hand it to the other guy.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, you could say that for any category here. We're looking for. I think both of these players are going to be doing the old route, based on their splits. They both have grapple right after wave, so we're not going to be seeing any ice clip from these guys, but that'll still make it very interesting, and we'll be able to tell exactly who is ahead at what point in time. We're going to start off here. We're going through Cirrus, getting damaged by Ridley as quickly as possible. Nothing terribly interesting. The beginning of the game is the same for literally any route that you're going to take.
And KRISTOPHOLO's got a pretty good time too.
So, Jesse, you used to hold the world record in this category.
4 whole days, man.
4 whole days. Still counts. Still counts.
Still counts.
So perhaps you can tell us a bit about some of the tricks that they're going to do when they come up. I'm going to challenge you. Check Tinder. Not yet. Well, I suppose. So both our players were making it off of Cirrus there with pretty good times in the high 40s.
I mean, I saw Chris had like a 42, 41, and we got a 44, I think, out of total.
Yeah, total got a 44.
Pretty good, pretty average. Well, good average times for good average players.
Sure. I mean, I can't.
They're very solid times. Very solid times.
Yeah, I can. The best I've ever done is a 42. So
I'm not trying to put these guys down. I know they could both beat me right now in a race if I were to do this again.
You're out of practice.
I am very out of practice.
That's all right. Last time we met up, I saw you still had several tricks up your sleeve. I know you can beat me, so.
I'm using a live streamer.
Okay. So hold on to your hats, everybody. Our racers are going to make their way through criteria here. Go pick up the missiles after picking up Morphin Ball, and then they're going to head up to Bomb Trezo. Again, first 5 minutes of the game is the same as literally any category that you're going to run. So,
except for randomizer.
Except for randomizer.
Come on.
Except for randomizer. Too true. Touche. Any standard category.
Yeah.
Didn't you have a hand in making the randomizer?
You could say that.
Do tell.
I wrote it.
Yeah, see? My statement was accurate. I stand by it.
Hand of code, yes. All right, so one of the things I really like about the beginning game here is like it's actually really quite technical, even though you don't have like all the, you know, you don't have speed booster, you don't have high jump, you know, you can't do any of the shine sparks or speed balls or any of these things, but it's still a very very tight technical section. So you can easily see players like not even look like they're messing up that much, but by the time they get to super missile, they're 20-30 seconds behind just from loose play, really.
Yeah, especially with the climb. As you can see, our players both just completing the climb and then right into the parlor here. All of those jumps are very technical. I know I still have difficulty with some of them. So, and then after Bomb Trezo, you have Alcatraz, which can be a nightmare for players who are just learning.
I mean, and here's a solid example. Okay, so Total is actually ahead right now with the looking at the timer. But you know, the difference between that and like a player like Oats and Goats that can get 440, you know, 445 bombs. Just absolutely crazy that there's 20 seconds to lose in the first 4 minutes of the game.
Yeah, it just shows how skill intensive this game really is. You have to put time in to practice it. And, you know, even Oats and Goats, you know, drops things at times. So with as much practice as he has.
And then we have the Alcatraz coming up. Looks like KRISTOPHOLO got through it nice and easy. Total second try. Not bad at all. It's an easy one to mess up.
Yeah, it's very technical. Those wall jumps are very tight. You know, you don't have much room. And, you know, if you miss, you're falling right back down.
Chris blasting through the Terminator pretty good. Total taking a hit or two. Still, both players, you know, just rushing through the space pirates here. Now, I'm more of a fan of actually doing the full Terminator and killing the space pirates there. The benefit from that is additional health.
I actually like running through them just as both of our racers did. That way I don't have to worry about picking up missiles again to open the door for the early supers.
Well, the thing about doing that is if you have full health, then you're not going to get any health drops. The only thing that the space pirates are going to drop is health and missiles. And especially at this point, you don't have any other types of ammo for them to drop. So what's going to happen is the missiles are going to expand in the drop table, and you're going to have a much more likely chance of getting those missiles back. So it's actually incredibly rare to not leave that room with at least, you know, 2 missiles. And 2 missiles is all you really need, because the Zilas coming down off of the elevator have a very high chance to drop missiles naturally.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I see exactly what you're saying. I just prefer to know that I have the 5 missiles over.
Oh no, I got you. It's definitely you know, something that if you do it more, you become more trusting of it. So we got a reverse mock ball out of Chris here. Very clean execution. Total just bonks on the ledge.
Yeah, barely missed it. That's a tight mock ball. I am still working on that myself. So you know, we see our runners hit that and miss that all throughout this tournament.
Troy's pointing out. Yep, go ahead. Okay. I mean, right now I'm looking at it's at 846.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you, Fiesel.
Okay, yeah, I think we're good. So, yeah, here we see our players making their way through the Green Hill Zone on toward the new bridge. Can they run? It's like KRISTOPHOLO can run.
One of the things that Zos pointed out in the chat is having more health also enables you to do some other strats, specifically an anti-lag trade strat. Total accidentally pressing pause for a moment. These sort of... It's amazing how a button press can just cost you just 2 seconds like that.
Yep. Yeah, as we said, this game is very technical. We see KRISTOPHOLO picking up Spazer now, and Total.
And Total not far behind.
Yeah, they are neck and neck. Not much is separating these players.
So there's a lot of different ways that you can get into Kraid's lair here. Some folks are a fan of, shooting all 3 of the blocks. The simplest way, what both Total and Chris here just did, is just shoot right in the center and then go ahead and morph in. There's a tricky, like you can do a diagonal shot into a mock ball. That one's kind of error prone, I think, and I don't think even saves time over just shooting all 3 of them. The problem with all 3 of them, of course, is it uses so much ammo, but you're just going to get that ammo right back once you get to Mini Kraid here.
Yeah, the Mini Kraid has, as long as your health is high enough, he has a very high chance of dropping supers, and that's what you look to pick up off of him. At least that's what I look to pick up off of him. I'm sure most of our runners.
Yeah, as long as you don't get there with like 30 health, you're fine.
Yeah, KRISTOPHOLO setting up the Spazer, the charge beam kill, and getting that very nicely.
Total looked like he's going for the faster 2 missile quick kill.
Yeah.
And gets it as well.
Yeah, very, very, very nicely done by him as well. That I like to go for the missile kill personally. That is just the first way I learned. I didn't know that the charge beam kill existed until actually sometime just before or during this tournament. So
it's not a bad way to start out. It's one of the nice things about these tournaments is that you can see all the different strats that people have adapted, or some of the less precise ways of doing things that if you're starting out you can pick up, because really every room in the game has at least 10 different ways of getting through it, almost all similarly timed, and it's just a matter of what are you comfortable with.
Oh yeah, this tournament has definitely changed the way that I go through rooms. It's just seeing what other people are doing. Oh, KRISTOPHOLO falling down, not getting that mock ball out of the warehouse there. He did get the super shot. Let's see how Total does with this. Oh, and he just missed it too.
Same thing. Yeah.
Oh, very unfortunate that they fall down.
That's sad. I can still tell they're gonna miss as soon as they jump. It's a very tight jump.
Yep. They're gonna go pick up the energy tank, the missile pack, and the high jump boots, and then they're gonna make their way over to Bubble Mountain.
Now, most of the players that play 100% nowadays will go the same route, but there have been a lot of different routes in the past, and used to we'd go up and get for just a brief moment, we would go up and get the any percent power bombs before coming down, and that would change the way that this room works quite a bit. In fact, I think that's what you end up doing at RBO now.
Yes. If I do recall correctly, Stray went to get the in his world record round. He went to go get those power bombs before coming down here.
Okay, so Total electing to do the pseudo screw mock ball strat to get past those guys. Personally, I'm just a fan of killing them, but definitely has its merits. But I'm also a fan of using missiles anywhere that they save time in this route, because I mean you just get so many of them. Even if you do the missile kill on Dragon, which I don't think I've ever seen anyone do but myself, where you literally just spam missiles and you still get a 2-round. You just have way too many missiles in this category.
Yeah, ammo after a certain point is definitely not going to be an issue. That is one of the benefits of running 100%. I mean, during the early game, it's still tight, but after a certain point, it becomes almost ridiculous how many missiles you have.
I don't know if you noticed there, getting up at the top of Bubble Mountain. I saw Total do this. I didn't see if Chris did, but that top wall jump went ahead and just morphed just to protect himself from the off chance that the cack attack was gonna explode some needles at him and ruin his day.
Yeah, Chris did not do that. That is definitely a very cool strat that you can do, and while you're morphing, you're on your way up there. It will not be able to knock you down, even if it snipes you, which is nice. I have not mastered that, and perhaps KRISTOPHOLO is not comfortable with that either.
Well, I think another thing is you can watch, because there's the animation that happens before. If you don't see it begin to contract, then you realize you don't have to do it.
Yeah, that is what I look for. So if I see it contract, I'll actually stay and take an extra wall jump to hang on the wall there. I know that cost me a little bit of time, but
Chris missing the wall jump going into wave.
Yeah, he recovered very nicely though. Just jumped right off the spikes. And...
Could be worse. He could have missed one of the platforms.
Yeah.
Or accidentally KO through it or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't tell you the number of times I've turned KO'd through one of those platforms. Like, you just have to direct focus, stay facing right. Ooh, Total with a very nice jump out of the way, beam room.
Yep. Killing the final boss once again. as it's been dubbed the final boss. I don't remember who dubbed it that, but...
Alright, and we are heading down to Crocomire. No surprises out of Chris today.
Yeah, it looks like Total is about to do the same thing. Again, their splits both, say that they're going to go down to... They both have grapple at this point in time, so...
By the way, it's worth noting that the past 2 splits for Total are gold.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
So Total is having a pretty good run right now. He is the underdog in this fight, and if he can keep pace, just the slightest flinch from Chris could be his undoing.
Yep, that's very exciting. Oh, look at that. Total getting 2 missiles and a super in there while Croc opened up the first time. That is definitely a very tight window to get all of those shots.
KRISTOPHOLO questioning his life choices in the chat.
Well, he is.
Do we get the wraparound from him? I didn't notice.
He set up for it. It looked like I didn't.
I mean, it's a pretty easy shot to get. So
Total, it looks like Total set up for it there as well. So. We'll see in a moment. I'm pretty sure both of our players. I did see one player skip the wraparound. I think it was earlier today. He skipped the wraparound and then set up for the spark and then shot the door just before he got the spark, a la Ocean Fly. So I thought that was very cool.
Okay.
Looks like KRISTOPHOLO opting not to do that spark.
Which puzzles me a little bit, but I mean, he has plenty of health here. I feel like that's probably your concern if you're trying not to do the spark, is just you want to make sure you save up your health.
Yeah,
for
he might not
wrecked ship, which is the final choke point.
Yeah, definitely wrecked ship is going to be a an area where players are definitely going to be concerned with their health. He might not be comfortable with that spark. The window on that is very tight. Ooh, KRISTOPHOLO having a little bit of trouble with the enemies down here in the room before grapple.
Okay, both of the players are tied up now. Look at them getting the grapple at the same time.
Yeah, this is like frame for frame almost here. This is very exciting.
All right, let's see how they get the pantry missile. Okay, looks like they're both going for the grapple strat.
And KRISTOPHOLO gets it. Oh, total, unfortunately falling down.
Let's check out his backup here.
Looks like he's going to power bomb and speed boost up. Let's see if he shine sparks or just.
That's like looks like he's having a little trouble with that short charge.
There, he gets the jump. That's what I like to do with that, is actually get the jump there.
So in most situations, doing a shine spark, like if you don't have to do a shine spark to get where you're going, it's just faster not to do it. That includes here. That includes when you're coming back up at the end of the game. I think Fuzda was mentioning this earlier with the doing the just screw attacking across the old Turian room, you know, as opposed to doing the shine spark, which is easier but slower.
Yeah, the one thing with that is that the screw attacks are incredibly tight in that room, and to have any kind of speed here.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely worth noting that, you know, the trade-off isn't that great. I mean, you don't lose that much time for shine sparking.
Yeah, I think that is definitely more of a consistency versus the few seconds that might be in making a difference.
So one of the things I also want to mention, total shine sparking up from the sine wave room. He I guess unaware that as long as you're going through, is if you hold up and then just mash jump, you'll be just far enough left to make it on the ledge at the top of your shine spark. One of the few situations where the shine spark does save time. KRISTOPHOLO not having a good run. He is minus 33 as of grapple.
Yeah, and total is...
Sorry, he's plus 33, total minus 22. So total is having a good run. They're both making this a great race.
Yeah, and again, it's worth noting that these players, their PBs are you know, within a couple minutes of each other, so anything can happen here.
So Chris trying to go for the hero shot. Total almost in soft lock territory there.
Goop sparking it up there on that alpha spark. Unfortunate for him. His setup looked good, but... You see KRISTOPHOLO heading down to pick up those first power bombs in the any % route.
Oh, total opting for the ledge grab and just missing it. It's a very tough trick to
ledge grab. Yeah, Elminster, that fourth Ripper is actually what does it in that room. Oh no! KRISTOPHOLO visiting the Samus Eater.
I always found it amusing. There's a species that's specifically named for this one person that happened to come by on this planet this one time. Samus Eater is the canonical name for this. We're just going to call it a Vileplume.
Yeah, I was about to say, you mean it's not a Vileplume? Vileplume before Vileplume was a thing. See, Nintendo knew what was coming up.
Oh, man. Oh man.
Now, that was an interesting strat by Total. He went up the left side of that room. They're not typically players go up the right side of that room and
The
pick
right
up
side
the.
giving you a little opportunity to pick up the super, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They pick up the supers from Cactax that they're almost guaranteed to drop. Looks like KRISTOPHOLO is going to grapple over the moat. Why not, since he has grapple? Making it quite easily.
Grappling there is not only easier, but it is actually faster than trying to set up a one-shot ocean fly.
Yep.
Which is why you see the one shot in the early ice route. You generally should see swinging with the grapple over here.
Yeah, I mean, players have been trying all sorts of various things. We saw somebody earlier set up for the ocean fly. Excuse me. So I guess it's whatever players are used to. But you are absolutely correct that picking the grappling across is faster. Total having a little bit of trouble with that spark across the ocean here, but then getting on a second try. Still hot on KRISTOPHOLO's heels as both players enter into the wreck ship, and KRISTOPHOLO just about to hit Fantoon. Let's see how he does. Looks like he's going to X Factor Fantoon. He's all set up for that.
Fantoon giving a slow to start out with.
Well, he is definitely trolling, if nothing else.
Slow mid.
Oh, unfortunately, KRISTOPHOLO missing some particles there. Yeah, looks like Total is setting up for the X Factor as well. Sorry, you want to say?
You got it.
And KRISTOPHOLO bringing Fantoon down with missiles and a super. This is a chance for Total to make up a little bit of time if his X Factors are better. Looks like
First X Factor is good, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to slow fast here.
Oh, and he looks like he got the second one there.
He got sniped. He got sniped by Flame there.
Did he?
Yeah.
He was very close.
No supers to make it up either.
No, but he gets it. He gets it with the charge shot. And Fantoon is down.
Ooh, that power bomb just laid a little too early.
I like to use the I guess, for lack of a better term, electrical node thing on the ceiling as a point. There's those two nodes.
Yeah, like once you clear that first one, then you can drop it. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like to drop it in between those two nodes there, and then that guarantees me to open those blocks. So.
Total forgetting to drop the power bomb.
Yeah, he dropped it there.
Though. Right
above the work robot's head.
Okay, so this is a pretty dangerous spot for Chris. He is 56 health going into the most dangerous room in 100%. Looks like he's taking it pretty careful. Oh no!
Oh no! KRISTOPHOLO is down. KRISTOPHOLO has died in the spiky death room, the most dangerous room in 100%. Unfortunate.
Always painful to watch. His saving grace is to hope that Total absolutely dies.
Total has a significantly
he has a lot of health here. He could damage boost off the bottom of those spike platforms, and
I like the
this game
damage
is a
boost.
very, very harsh mistress.
Yeah, I like the damage boost off the top, but total getting nailed by almost everything in that room, making it out with 170 energy though, and some in the reserve tank.
This is a very tough room.
Yeah.
For oh, I've had a fair share of runs die there. I almost had one die in this room, actually.
I spent almost 2 hours on it the week before my run with Oats, just so I did not die there, and thankfully I did not.
So let's go to the race channel. Did we get a forfeit? We did not. So
KRISTOPHOLO has not yet forfeited. It looks like he's
KRISTOPHOLO
back at the ship. He'll have to do everything again, unfortunately.
down about 25 minutes, but you know, anything could happen still.
Yeah, the gauntlet is still coming up for total, and we have already seen one player die to the gauntlet. Total heading into the attic now. Looks like he's setting up for a power bomb strat. Let's see how he cleans this up. Looks like he is going to shine spark across. Oh, just hitting the top of that keyboard and missing the hitbox. Leaving it with probably about 100 health there.
I'm gonna say I'm very happy to see the resolve, the determination that Chris has here.
Yeah,
working his way back through the game. 25 minutes down is
it's heartbreaking for
tough.
sure.
Pretty tough.
Yeah, total very nicely getting both of those clips through the work robots on his way in, and just choosing to shoot them into the holes on his way out.
That's odd to me because on the way out it's just so much easier. All you have to do is turn right, and then the conveyor belt just pushes you right through them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely easier to clip them on the way out than it is on the way in. Filled with determination. Thank you for the reference there.
So both of these players are currently 1 win, no losses. So within their group currently, KRISTOPHOLO is leading with a better median race time.
Yeah.
But if Total picks up this race, that means he's just that much more likely to be able to make it into the into the single elimination portion.
Yeah, and players are still fighting for that second place, so median race time may be a factor in that, and having at least not having a 5-hour time, would be something that they might be looking for in case something else happens where they have to forfeit, and then having 2 5-hour times would be devastating.
Oh, I think it's definitely the correct call, to just lick your wounds and carry on.
Yeah, a 5-hour time is really. I was actually surprised when I found out that it was 5 hours. But it's certainly understandable that is the time. It's just absolutely huge. Most of these players could finish the game 3 times in that amount of time. These work robots still giving Total guff, putting him in the hole while he sets up to go get the wreck ship reserve tank.
Looking to save a little bit of energy, holding that L button jump before shine sparking up.
Yeah, it's not a wise choice. Although, with the amount of energy he has, we'll probably see him do a ship trip before he goes to the gauntlet.
It's possible, but gosh, it hurts so much to stop by the ship for a refill.
Yeah, but I mean, if he wants to do Gauntlet Spark, he does not have enough energy for that.
It is definitely the safe play right now.
Yeah, I absolutely would in his position.
Well, how much does he have in his reserves? Do you know?
Well, he only has up until just a moment ago, he only had the one reserve tank. So even if he had full reserve, you're talking about 100 plus 130, which is enough to do the Gauntlet Spark, but it's not enough in combination to do the Spark up to the criteria power bombs. So, if he wants to do both of those sparks, then and he kind of has to do the Spark up to the criteria power bomb.
Okay, we are seeing a ship refill.
Yeah, that is the wise choice. Otherwise, if he didn't do that, he would get stuck in before the door over in the gauntlet. That's not something that he wants. There's a real possibility of dying to that acid in there.
Looks like we had another reverse mock ball from Chris over on the left side.
Yeah, that's real good to see him do that. That is, like we said earlier, that's a tight mock ball. Very, very nice trick. Here we're going to see total setup for this wraparound shot. Well, looks like he missed it the first time. This is pixel perfect precision you need to set this shot up. Having a little bit of trouble with it here.
I can't tell if he's satisfied or if he's just he's just done trying it.
Yeah, that's a tough that's a tough shot with only wave beam. It is pixel perfect. Having a spacer on doesn't give you that much more of a leeway. The spot is a little bit different, but it does make it easier. But this tinfoil hat. This is still the round robin groups.
Yeah, this is the Shack Tool group.
That's interesting. Total choosing not to deboost through that room. Taking a very safe setting up to get both of these missiles. That's wise. It is a huge time loss if you miss one of those and have to go back around.
Eventually, all those minutes that they could add up to 20, 30 or so.
Absolutely. If it was me, it would definitely add up. But that just goes to show how much practice I have at this game. 100% is still kind of new to me. Well, speed running 100% is still kind of new to me. This game is. I played this game a long time ago, but it's definitely something else to speed run it. Here we see KRISTOPHOLO making his way over to the warehouse. He's gonna go fight Crate again. While we see Total heading down into Brinstar to start his Brinstar cleanup. What is your favorite trick to do in
100%? My favorite trick. Yeah. I think I was still a big fan of the swag escape out of Lower Norfair, the speedball leaving the room with the desk gigas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is certainly a swaggy trick.
Oh, just missing that last missile on the crate. Quick kill. This does... All right.
All right. KRISTOPHOLO recovering nicely from missing the crate. Quick kill. We see Total finishing up the bottom of Brintstar. Picking up the 3 items down there. Energy tank and power bomb and super.
Total having a little trouble finding that hidden super missile block.
Yeah. It can be tricky to hit that.
You know what? That one in particular, I don't know why. Those floor super missile blocks are already kind of a pain to hit anyway, because I feel like they give you a lot less leeway.
Yes.
Than,
I agree with that.
The ones on the side.
Yeah. Oh, now look at this. It's very interesting. Total has chosen to skip Spore Spawn rather than go and fight him.
I wonder why he would do that.
I don't know. Perhaps might have something to do with a speed run. Maybe he wants to go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Hey, no, I'm not gonna argue with him. It's just the strat he chose. If I was in his place, I would have chosen that strat as well. Alright, KRISTOPHOLO picking up high jumps, boots, and the items that come along with it.
This is actually one of my favorite damage boosts in the game. This off of the side hopper there.
That is... I have tried to get that, and every time I either just land in the pile of the 3 of them or hit the door without having opened the door. So it is most of these damage boosts that you're gonna see are pretty swaggy. But you know, like I said, I'm still practicing a lot of this stuff, so
I still remember watching Red Scarlet's 100% for the first time, where like almost all the damage boosts were introduced, because I don't think anyone had used it, you know, before then. And oh wow, Chris getting knocked down by that cack attack.
The final boss can be tricky. Go on, you were saying?
Like before Red Scarlet's run, it was, you know, there was not nearly as many mock balls in play, or the you know, like I said, the damage boosts were just totally new, and she had all these new ways of fighting the boss, which of course we've obsoleted almost all of them by now. But yeah, and that was still a pretty raw time back then, because we didn't know about short charging, we didn't know about arm pumping, you know, we didn't know about. I mean, what do we got
there? Total just missing Blockbuster. That is a swaggy trick.
It was a really good one.
I like
very difficult to pull off. When you pull it off, you feel just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, for sure, I can believe that. There's a lot of these tricks when you pull it off. You feel fantastic. At least I do. But yeah, so a little bit before that, the blockbuster trick, we saw Total in the Green Hill Zone lay a power bomb. That is to open up the power bomb door up there, and that's going to save him a few frames when he comes back later on to collect the items in Blue Brinstar.
Did he get the missiles?
He did get the pipe missiles, yeah. And here we see him
Alright.
setting up for Main Street missiles. This is a very tight short charge. While we see KRISTOPHOLO heading back in for Wave. Looks like Total is going to opt to go up top here and charge up. That is easier to pick up the short charge up there. I like to do that because I am not comfortable with charging down at the bottom there. That is very tight.
My recommendation, if you do that strat, instead of walking off that second platform right there, you know how you bump up against the platform on the left and then he fell down all the way to the bottom? If you do a small spin jump, then as soon as you bump against the platform, you can just shoot straight up. And that will save you just an extra second or two. Total now plus, looks like a +3 on his splits. Yeah. So he's still really doing pretty well. He's still very capable of PBing at this point.
Oh, absolutely. And that'd be wonderful to see.
Chris, unfortunately, not quite capable of PBing this run. Perhaps in a future.
Yeah, he could still make a great time. You know, he's gonna head down to Crocomire right now while we see Total gonna shine spark it up in the fish tank. I really do like his gumption and going back and trying to, complete the game. Total picking up those crab supers. I am infamous for missing those and missing out on a PB because I got 99%. I'm sure I'm not the only one who has done that, though.
One of my favorites is Frozen Cup, who, let's see if I can get this highlight up. It's one of my favorites. Just absolutely one of my favorites. And he completes his 100% run. And discovers that it was not quite 100%.
Yeah, that is the worst feeling.
He actually got 91%.
Oh my goodness.
Which is a bit off.
Yeah. Oh, looks like KRISTOPHOLO he set up the wraparound shot, but then did not get the charge to shine spark across. But he gets that jump with ease up into the power bomb room. He's gonna head down and pick up grapple next. Here we see Total up having a fun time at the beach, picking up some missiles and super missiles.
There's something about this room. I just like the design of this room. Like, you get to do the big jump, and then when you're coming back, hopefully you morph and unmorph to give yourself the little, and then you can mock ball or speedball back, and there's just like, it's a big pain in the ass room, but you can get through it so smoothly if you practice and you study, the movements.
Yeah, practicing is definitely required to speedrun this game. Oh, unfortunately, Chris missing the second ripper there on his grapple strats. He's going to have to power bomb and use speed booster to get up there. While we see Total heading into everybody's favorite water snake, Bawoon. Looks like he is going to start with an X Factor and finish him off with super missiles.
Ooh, the X Factor did not go quite as planned.
That is very unfortunate, and lagging the screen while those particles just fly around, because Bawoon is not made up of one sprite. He is made up of many. and more stuff that is on the screen, the more the Super Nintendo will slow down.
Not only the lag sprites, but probably one of the worst things is that you can't fire anything except for the grapple beam while those particles are still on the screen.
And grapple beam does not hurt Bot Woon. Or any boss other than Dragon. And I guess technically it hurts Dragon. Total not going for the halfie or the full halfie here, it looks like. He recovered nicely on Bot Woon there, but he's going to make his way through the Coliseum normally. Needs quick work of that. We see KRISTOPHOLO on his way out of Norfair.
This missile is another missile that I've commonly lost 100% runs to.
Yeah, for me, it's Crab Supers, Kraid Missile.
This Ghidorah giving Total all sorts of trouble.
Yeah, once it starts shooting, at least I found it seems to perfectly time its shots with your shots. So KRISTOPHOLO going for Alpha Spark here. Meanwhile, Total setting up for his Shine Spark strats. And KRISTOPHOLO getting Alpha Spark. And while Total getting that first spark, hitting Dragon with the X Factor.
There was a pretty good X Factor.
Yeah, looked very good. Not getting that second spark, having to charge up again, but he hit him on the third one. And the fourth one.
Not quite enough to get it down.
Yeah. But there he goes. He gets it, and he gets the blue suit. Let's see if he goes for the spike suit. That is a double frame perfect trick. Very difficult. KRISTOPHOLO falling down Red Tower here. Those rippers are just in his way. They get in everybody's way. No spike suit for Total. He does pick up Space Jump. He's going to hold that blue suit until he gets back up to the Coliseum, where he's going to reverse halfie. Or is that a reverse full halfie? Across that room. Definitely the fastest way back across that room. Very nicely done by him. Now it'll be interesting to see if he picks up Bot Woon E-Tank here. He does have only 300 and some energy, so I would think he's going to pick it up right here. But it looks like he's going to go down the sand pits and head over to Spring Ball. He must be comfortable where he is at with his life total.
I'm trying to think of what dangers could possibly be coming up that you would actually be concerned about your life total.
Not much at this point in time.
It is a little low. It is a little low, but
yeah. Well, there's not much while he's during doing the Meridia cleanup here. But yeah, it being a little bit low, picking up the Bot Woon E-Tank, he doesn't lose any time to pick it up here. And I don't know why the power bomb there. That was very interesting.
Must have been an accident.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Just pretty loose with the controls.
Yeah. But it just gives him that extra cushion, and he doesn't lose any time picking it up now versus coming back and picking it up. It's the same amount of time. So just depends on what he's comfortable with. And here we see him picking up, heading towards Spring Ball the intended way, using the grapple beam.
And we've got Chris working his way back into the wreck ship. Still a little low on health.
Yeah, he can farm the coverns and the molecules if he is concerned with his life total for big energy drops.
I don't think it's even worth it until after Fantoon. I mean, if you take it as a given that you're going to beat Fantoon, which I don't know if you should or not, but
I tell you, I don't. But that's just me. We see Total checking his Twitter account while he waits for Shack Tool.
Posting to Tinder, swiping right.
Yeah, I don't use Twitter or Tinder.
I don't either, but
Total,
I'm sure does.
Quite possibly. Don't know.
I actually don't know.
All right, let's see how KRISTOPHOLO does with Fantoon being.
Looks like another slow coming up.
Definitely not giving him good patterns. All right, looks good on his first X Factor there. Yeah, if you're reasonably good and excellent, perfect double or 2-round for KRISTOPHOLO there.
He's not in the health bomb zone, so he will be a little anemic on health again, going up to the energy tank.
Yeah, he can farm those molecules, as I said earlier. They will give big health drops. I actually like to do that if I don't feel safe before going into the spiky room of death, which, as we can see, it will kill you. Another thing he might do is he might choose to save here in the save room that's just above.
It's very possible.
Yeah, I like to do that.
I mean, you have to think. Do I really want to go through another half an hour of the beginning of the game before I get another chance to not die?
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's the main reason why I like to save there, because I'm not 100% confident with that spiky room of death and spiky death room. And, I think in my first race it killed me 3 times. So I wanted to make sure that did not happen again. Like I said, I spent like 2 hours practicing it. In my second race versus Hosts and Goats, it did not kill me.
He's just going straight in, raw dogging it.
Yep, he's just going for it. Oh, getting hit by that guy on his way out. It looks like very... Oh!
Very lucky.
Reserves
very
there.
Low. He was lucky he had very low reserve, because if the reserves had taken long enough to refill, it would have just erased his invulnerability time. He would have been one shot.
Platform would have hit him a second time.
The good news is, once you get the energy tank, you're very, very happy.
Yeah, and here we see him collecting the energy tank, and Total making his way through Cacatac Alley. Very, very clean. And here he goes for that Balloony tank, picking that up. Yeah, this room is just absolute troll when you do not have the gravity suit.
A very clean strat going back to the left here.
Total getting that short charge up into the Aqueduct missiles and supers. While we see KRISTOPHOLO heading into the attic, setting up his power bomb. Looks like he got good position, gets rid of the molecule there. And Shine sparks his way across. Oh, he missed just the top of that Key Hunter as well. Very nice recovery for him.
So one of the things I'm not a fan of here is actually doing that spark, especially with the 100% route as it is currently. It seems to me like right now your health is more valuable than your ammunition. So getting the going for the blue suit strategy, using a couple extra supers is probably going to be more beneficial for the most part.
Yeah, so I know I've seen like Zost and Behemoth, they do a speed keep strat where they get the blue suit and then they just literally run through every enemy there up until the end where they like speedball and then jump up and kill the last two, the Molecule and the Key Hunter. And that does not use any health, which, you know, you're right. It is certainly a concern, especially with the gauntlet coming up as the second most treacherous area of this 100% route.
I mean, that said, all strats are, of course, going to be what am I most comfortable with? What am I most familiar with?
Yep. Little Dingus, Zost, and Behemoth Pa. I know you taught them everything they know, right? I think that's his line.
I happened to catch Behemoth streaming for the first time the other day. I popped in and said, "Oh, I didn't know Billy Mitchell streamed." I don't know if you got that.
Not quite.
He thought it was funny though.
Oh.
So there's that.
I'm glad he thought it was. Elminster taught Dingus everything. I see. Oh, Dingus. No, yeah, Elminster. Yeah, that's.
I'm actually older than time and knowledge as far as this game is concerned.
You're older than time. Well, you are.
Older than time and knowledge.
Well. All right, here we see Total going in to pick up Ice Beam, and then he's going to make his way down to Lower Norfair while we see KRISTOPHOLO picking up that wreck ship reserve tank.
No, he doesn't have any reserves, so we can pretty much take at face value exactly what he has going on.
He's also going to make a ship trip, almost guaranteed here. I don't think he's going to risk going to Gauntlet with 259 energy.
The alternative at this point, it is a little slower, but I think it might actually be faster to just leave Gauntlet to the end of the game if you have to go to the ship. And I don't have any. This is entirely like just me thinking. You go to the ship, it takes like 10 seconds or so. Even if you don't save, because saving adds like another 3-4 seconds, whatever.
Yeah. That's certainly a possibility. Leaving Gauntlet until you have Screw Attack and Space Jump, making that area just ridiculously easy. But it looks like he's going to go for the ship trip. It certainly does add time, but you know, that health refill makes the area a lot easier. Oh, looks like
he saved his game. He saved his game.
Looks like Total did not go for the chronic boost there.
That was a 20-second detour there. I think it might just be faster to withhold until, because I think maybe it's a 10-second loss if you hold it off to the end as opposed to doing it right now. Because okay, sure, you know you do have to go through a few extra rooms, but then you also get to do the second room much more quickly. The wraparound becomes immensely easier here.
Oh yeah, you can just.
Plus, you can screw attack through to the power bomb.
Yep.
I think it's
having space jump and screw attack makes this area almost ridiculously easy. Plus, you'll have almost full energy tanks. You'll have 13 energy tanks by that point in time. Here we see.
So routing suggestion for those in the future. If you don't have enough energy to do the spark, you're thinking about going to the ship, just put the gauntlet off until the end of the game.
Yeah,
and that's probably
oh, go ahead.
Probably hard for a lot of folks who don't like just randomly play with different routes. 100% is a lot to memorize already, so I completely understand not going for it.
Yeah, my experience, my previous experience is playing in the double anti-bingo tournament, and man, you've got to know a lot of different routes to be able to do that. What I will tell you, it was a lot of fun. If there is another double anti-bingo tournament, I am definitely signing up for that.
I'm actually very sad that we never had a proper resolution to the first double anti-bingo tournament. It was me and Chronic in the finals, and we never did our match.
Oh.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. And we see Total making quick work of Golden Frizo after setting up in the proper zone where Golden Frizo just cannot hit you. And he picks up the screw attack. He doesn't get the spine chart, or oh my goodness, I cannot say that. He does not get the shine spark up that room, but that's okay. With space jump and screw attack, it does not make that room. It's not that much slower, if it even is slower. So you do have to wait for the thud of the shine spark.
So I just looked over again and noticed Total is, again for the past two splits, are gold.
Yep. He's
so
back.
He's having a very good run here.
Yep.
Now we can't call it a PB or PB quality yet until he's at the ship, I would say, but
oh yeah, no, he's definitely
he's having a good run right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's. And that's what's important for him. You know, he's having a great run. Let's see. KRISTOPHOLO making his way out of the bottom of Green Brinstar here. Heading over to pick up the items in Pink Brinstar. Just keep hitting Total on his way to pick up the Power Bombs of Shame. Less shameful in 100%, given that they are required.
That's a good tidbit. You do have to collect all the items in 100%.
That is correct. Let's see how he does with these metal pirates. And he gets the first one.
Using the, I say a very old strat. I'm just not sure if that's true or not. Like, oh, this is what I used to do for the pirates in 2005.
Oh, this is very interesting. KRISTOPHOLO also opting to skip Spore Spawn and pick up his super missiles through the back door. Man, one of these times I'm going to get to see Spore Spawn in a run.
Eventually, they will kill Spore Spawn. It just isn't going to be on camera. Spore Spawn, not one of the critters that get saved when you choose to ignore them.
Yeah. You mean he does die when the planet blows up?
He dies. He dies just like the critters.
Hopefully, none of our runners choose to save the critters here today.
I'm getting this feeling from Chris. Maybe this is a save the critters run.
Oh no, no.
Maybe I don't know Chris.
He is adamantly against saving the critters. Yeah, Total making quick work of Ridley there. Wow, very nice fight.
Minus 46.
Saving
what an excellent time.
Yeah, saving all of his supers there. which is not a bad decision at this point in the game. There's not 2 super packs
If
that
you
you
are
can
not capable of skipping the Metroid, as I am not,
Or am I?
turns out they really perfected the art of skipping the Metroid after I stopped playing.
Interesting. When I first started playing this game in the I don't know, mid '90s, when this game '94 this game came out. So when I was it first came out, that was one of the things that I kept trying to do, and I knew you could do it because I got to the point where I could jump around the Metroid and have it like circle around me. So I was pretty sure that you could do it, and I just never successfully completed it. And come all these years later, here it is. People are speedrunning and doing that, and I was like, "Oh man, that's really cool to actually see somebody get that." I'm sure I'm not the only one to have thought of that way back in the day, but it's really cool. I still can't do it. But KRISTOPHOLO also laying that power bomb in the rolling hill zone. That'll save him some time later on. While Total picking up the Firefly E-Tank.
Now, as I was about to say, if you cannot skip the Metroid, the fastest method of getting through that area is to set up for a crystal flash, which begins inside of the Metroid as it's eating you.
Yeah, I've seen. I can't remember who it was, but I saw one of our runners do exactly that. And that is definitely a very cool strat. I can't do that either. But hey, I'm still working on most of this stuff.
I am told it was Lenifus, but Lenifus actually did not, in the 2 runs of his that I saw, he did not do that, and I think he has only done 2 runs.
Yeah,
most of the racers are only 2 runs in. Oh no, he actually has 3.
Okay, get your Franker Z's, chat, as we see Total picking up a Franker Z missile. Meanwhile, we have KRISTOPHOLO in picking up the items in the Mama Turtle room, heading on his way back out to the fish tank. Yeah, I'll take that, 3 Musketeers. Screw Attack makes light work of that room.
You're just so brokenly overpowered at this point.
Yes. Very interesting. Did you have a chance to read? Nintendo posted an interesting article with the original developers of the original Metroid. Did you have a chance to read that?
I don't think I saw that. What was it about? What did they say?
So they interviewed I can't remember the 3 developers, but there's 3 main developers for the original Metroid, who they also had a hand in this game. They mentioned various things about the process of them making the game, and how in the original game they had actually designed Samus to be able to move in a lot more ways than she ended up being able to move. They had to cut a bunch of things out of the game. They talked about some of the difficulties they had in developing the game, as they had never done a game for television before. They came over from Nintendo's Game & Watch division. What else did they talk about? They also asked, how is it that you came by Samus should be a woman? And they said, well, it was very late in development that they were talking about. They wanted to make do something special for the end. They wanted to have some kind of surprise, and somebody said, "Oh well, you know, why not have the character take their helmet off?" Um, and they said, "Oh yeah, that's a good idea." And then another person said, "Well, what would be really surprising is if the character turned out to be a woman." And as soon as that was suggested, that was it. They decided from that point right there that Samus was a woman because that was going to be shocking for people. And it really was at the time. It was shocking. Wow, no other character in a video game or other protagonist like that was a woman at the time.
I mean, it seems very natural to me when you take the clear influence that Alien has had on this franchise.
Yeah.
And the fact that the protagonist of that series is also female.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And it's really cool. Another thing that they talked about was how Samus got her name. Apparently, she is named after Pele, but they got they got her they got the Pele's name wrong.
I mean, I could easily see Pele typoing into Samus.
No, Pele's real name, which is Samus. I can't remember exactly what it was. Samus something. Aramis or Aramis. Yeah, it was Samus Aramis or Aramis, and
looks like his name is Edson Arantes.
Yes, so that is correct. That is his actual name. The developers admitted that what they knew at the time was actually some misinformation, and so that they basically used an incorrect name for Pele to name their character. Yeah, you can all find the article is available on Nintendo. I don't have the link available to me any longer, otherwise I'd do the chat. And we see KRISTOPHOLO getting ready to fight Dragon, while Total is cleaning up Blue Brinstar, collecting his last few items. Pele is not a girl.
All right, we got a very quick grapple kill here.
Yeah, I like that. That is my preferred strat to kill a Dragon.
I think that's the first truly quick grapple kill I've seen in this tournament.
I think my PB actually has that, but it was not. My current PB was not done in this tournament. It was done during some practice.
I mean, I've definitely seen more grapple kills.
Oh yeah, I'm not
out of this, but one where you do it nice and quick, where you lure Dragon over the side and then do that. We've got the nice Womple jump coming out.
Yeah, KRISTOPHOLO definitely.
He's rallying. He's trying to make that time back up.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Unfortunately, his splits have not been getting any better, so even taking out the death at Rex Ship, this run is not going terribly well for him.
I think they have been getting a little bit better, but his last two were slightly worse, but this one I think is it's tough to say.
I'm just looking at his splits and I'm seeing more and more deficit as you go down.
Yeah, 30:02 to 30:15, and right now he's at 27 something ticking. So oh no, Total sparking up into the door here. Yeah, you see
You gotta
how
let go of
tricky it
that
is?
jump button. You gotta let go of that jump button before you press up to get your spark going.
Yeah. We can see him having a little bit of trouble screw attacking through that room. You can see how tricky it is, especially if you're not practiced to screw attack through that room.
Well, it's not only that, but Total's been having a lot of just random controller malfunctions throughout this particular run. He had a random pause button. He had, just some other, similar issues with his controls.
Yeah, that was a very interesting strat. I don't think I've seen any other runner do that, where they charge up their Shine Spark and then just simply screw attack the Booyahs, or through the Booyahs there. Definitely.
It's definitely faster to charge up that plasma beam, but if you're not certain on that timing,
that definitely
better safe than sorry, I'd say.
No. I mean, he's obviously well ahead of KRISTOPHOLO. Having KRISTOPHOLO having died earlier, but at this point in time, I think it's coming down to whatever Total is comfortable with, and he is well ahead of his PB here, almost an entire minute. While we see KRISTOPHOLO just hanging out, checking his Twitter account. Hanging out with Shaq Tool. I'll tell you this.
About to have cutscenes going on both sides.
Yeah. Right. We see Total making his way towards the Golden Four. He's going to be sitting and waiting. Despite KRISTOPHOLO having died earlier on the run, both of these racers are, doing pretty well.
Total exactly a minute ahead of his personal best.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
6 gold splits in this run.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
So
KRISTOPHOLO really waiting. Shaq Tool on his way back.
Probably took a bathroom break there. Wasn't expecting to have a run go this long.
Yeah. No, that's.
As we mentioned before, definitely checking Tinder. By his own admission. I feel like if I were a single guy and I were setting up a Tinder profile, I'd just have to obviously mention about how into the Super Metroids I am. Exactly like that, into the Super Metroids.
I am not sure what kind of reaction you would get from people.
Many swipes left.
I'm not sure if that's good or bad.
left is the bad one, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just shows my knowledge of Tinder. 0. But I don't think Tinder existed when last I would have needed it. So possibly showing my age here. All right, here we are, Total in the Baby Metroid room. Looks like he is turning off Screw Attack and Varia. We'll see how he does with this baby skip. Perhaps not 100% comfortable with it. He turned off Varia.
I think if you're not 100% comfortable here, you should turn off all of your suits.
Turn off all of your suits.
Oh, no.
He does get nabbed here. That's unfortunate. It looked like he had a nice
ceiling
setup.
gamer got him.
Yeah. Oh, KRISTOPHOLO has a Shine Spark. through that room right before Cactac Alley. Very nicely done by him. Let's see how he does. Makes his way through Cactac Alley. Yeah, fairly clean. Oh, Total going right for the Ghidorah. I think he likes the Crystal Flash.
With reserve tanks, he's not going to be able to do that. Well, okay,
He can get.
Okay, no, I understand. I think I see what's going to be going on here.
Yeah, he can get hit by the Rinka. Oh, he has quite the amount of energy in the tank there. He's opting to leave those Rinkas on the screen. They do, since they're there, they do cause some lag.
This is a very dangerous spot.
Yes. Because getting hit by Mother Brain.
There we go, and he's good for the Crystal Flash. Oh no.
He missed the first one.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, he's good. He's good.
He's good.
He is good. Wow, that was cutting him very close there, making it exciting for us. Let's see how he does. We're now with the Plasma Wave Ice. It's only going to take 20 shots for Mother Brain here, so he should make pretty quick work. As we see the catch-up beams coming already.
So for those who are unaware, the Crystal Flash gives you a finite amount of energy back, 1500. So it is going to last a set amount of time. However, any damage that you take is going to hit you every frame that you were intersecting with that damage particle. So if Mother Brain had started shooting at him there, he would be losing a lot of energy.
And quickly. Given that this game runs at 60 frames per second. Here we see Total setting up that stand-up glitch up in the air for the first part.
Does not need to be jumping at this point. But
no, a lot of runners actually like to stay on the ground at this point in time. There is another point where he does have to jump up in the air.
Right there. Yep.
I actually like to stay up in the air that entire time.
There is actually time for you to get 2 to 3 shots in before you get that second forced sit down.
Yeah. So I'm still kind of learning this strat. So.
Well, there's a lot of concerns here. So one of the things is you definitely do not want to be taking damage during this, because that will extend the amount of time that the Metroid is on you. It will wait until you're at full health.
Yep.
Before
moving
moving and dying.
Yeah, and then there's the soft lock concern if you're charging up your plasma beam shot when you get hyper beam. But it looks like no soft locks here. Not that many shots. But it looks like Mother Brain is down.
Total getting caught on the gates a little bit on his escape.
Yeah, that timing those shots is tricky. He's choosing to spark up rather than blue bomber. KRISTOPHOLO, that's keeping blue suit all the way through those rooms.
I'm not gonna lie, I view Blue Bomber as almost a meme strat. And not a real strat. I mean, it's definitely faster if you can do it.
Wild Anaconda likes it. Alright, Total making his way up through the parlor here. Making his way to the ship, while KRISTOPHOLO heading to the elevator in Lower Norfair.
Just missing that 130. Still going to be a PB for him.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We got a 1:30:07 official SRL time of 1:30:14.
Yep. So congratulations to him. All that is left now is the verification that he got 100%. And then he will be the winner of this race.
So big congratulations to Total, improving his PB by 26.5 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, that's excellent. We've seen a lot of runners so far set PBs in this tournament. In fact, my first race, I set a PB. Not a good one, but I set one. So that's just something that's super awesome to see. Runners, coming out and improving their times and doing it during the races. So. Just goes to show that this is a really cool category, I think. And if you want to learn to speedrun in this game, while there is a lot to this category, this is actually probably the best category to start with, as opposed to any percent. Definitely troll you in plenty of areas.
Especially if you're one of those guys who decides, I'm going to start with Fantoon first.
Oh. I tried that twice and decided that was definitely not for me. Definitely not for me. The moat, getting across the moat is just. It took me 30 minutes or so to even get across there the first time, and I said nope. KRISTOPHOLO entering the Pillars room now, making his way across with Screw Attack. And
doing a diagonal spark. Very interesting mistake there.
Yeah.
Usually it's just straight up, but we had a diagonal spark this time. I guess he uses the R button to initiate his aerial shine sparks.
Yeah, I actually find it a lot easier to use the up button. I make fewer mistakes that way. But still plenty of mistakes. All right, perfect. He does not fall down through the hole there after picking up those Mickey Mouse missiles. Definitely can be a troll. If he falls through the hole, he will have to go all the way back around through rooms that he's already completed.
Mm-hmm.
He does not want to do that. We'll just add more time to his run. Your Deer Force is ready, chat. Total. We have our Deer Force up on the screen here. And let's see here. Total. Look at that Deer Force Botwoom. Very interesting Deer Force. Yeah, somebody else. Botwoom has also written it backwards. Total gets the 100%. Congratulations to him for winning this race and setting a personal best. Double congratulations. That is, we see KRISTOPHOLO picking up the power bombs of shame. Again, they're not shameful. And kegwaying through that platform there. Very nicely done by him. Not shameful to pick up those power bombs in 100%, as again, they are required. KRISTOPHOLO making short work of these metal pirates. And on his way to Ridley. has done really well for himself here. You know, after picking himself up after that death in the spiky death room.
Chris being a good sport and saying congratulations to his opponent, decided to forfeit the race. So we are at a conclusion here.
Unfortunate that he's decided to forfeit. I would like to see him finish the run, but whoa.
Here we go. Here's a very nice way to close out the run.
You'll have to explain this one to me. I do not understand what just happened.
Oh, he screwed up and soft locked the game.
Alrighty then. Well, that concludes today's race here. Let's see here. Bring up the schedule and see what else. Make sure you follow these runners here. And I think that's the last race for today.
We have Donkey Kong Country 2 coming up, which is also just a fantastic game.
Yeah, that's not Super Metroid though.
No, it's a great game.
Yeah, definitely stick around for the Donkey Kong Country. It's you know, it's a very tight platforming game. But for Super Metroid, coming up tomorrow at 11 a.m., we have Feral 5X versus Jake Hart from Group Rotation. And then we at 3:03, Shokushu versus Zost.
I'm almost certain that's a typo. I believe those both should be at 3:30.
Yeah, it's probably supposed to be at 3:30. Because also at 3:30 is going to be Fuzda versus Runner Watcher. And those are our matches for tomorrow. So come back and check those out. All of them should be here on Speed Gaming. Thank you everyone for coming out. Thank you to our runners for putting on an excellent show. Congratulations again go out to Total, both on his win and his PB. And thank you very much for joining me, Desirect. It was a pleasure.
Absolutely. It has been very enjoyable.
My honor, I have to say.
Have a good night, everyone.